CryptoQ Media, I'm glad you're back on my channel. Today, I want to share a video with you all that is incredibly essential and addresses a topic that needs to be discussed. In the event that you have forgotten, the media recently reported on Pavel Durov's detention. Telegram, an encrypted chat and social networking service, was created by Pavel Durov. Its chief executive officer, just in case you were curious. The Central Intelligence Agency CIA, the National Security Agency NSA, and other European and Russian intelligence services have long sought to intercept communications sent and received via Telegram. On the other hand, the messaging service has never wavered from its original goal of protecting customer privacy. Pavel Durov was, nevertheless, interrogated each time. His refusal was clear. He politely denied because he was determined to create a secure social networking site that would be inaccessible to anyone, including the CIA. That was no problem for him. But that's a problem. As far as we are concerned, it is irrelevant. Because he refused to provide the authorities access to our data, they have detained him and are now attempting to frame him with numerous baseless claims. They are trying to use the allegation that he is providing support to terrorists as a reason to keep him in prison. So, he is assisting pedophiles, to put it bluntly. Actually, Pavel isn't a bad guy, they're just trying to make him seem that way. Despite his integrity and moral fiber, politicians are utilizing him as a pawn to achieve their personal agendas and provide the Secret Service access to our data. I can hear you asking, how does this have anything to do with XRP? What does this have to do with Bitcoin? None of this matters in the slightest to either of us or anybody else. According to the expanded version of the reply, it covers all bases. It has come to my attention on social media that nearly all those who expose the secret services for their wrongdoing, those who allow us to have privacy, are being held in detention. I, for one, do not want to live in a society where our very survival is jeopardized, and our collective complicity will just make them more confident until we hit a tipping point. I feel compelled to bring this up since it is essential and will help you in the end, along with everything else I will be discussing in today's video. It will make my future better, and I will find a way for everyone to rally behind the freedom warriors. The moment to start has come. First, I'll show you the arrest of Pavel Durov and how the more famous public personalities reacted. The first one was this one from the very famous and popular tech podcaster Lex Fridman, who is followed by millions of people. He makes the alarming assertion that the arrest of Pavel Durov threatens free expression on any internet platform, not just Telegram. Citizens should not be censored by the government. An important and deeply troubling subject is brought up by this, the abuse of power. Governments are so sure they can catch a billionaire with citizenship in Dubai, France, Russia, and a bunch of other countries. Just think of what they might do to you if you defy their demands or decide you don't want your internet speech restricted and they turn up to arrest you. Is it the kind of life you want to lead in the future? I hate to be the one to break it to you, but this is now the reality for many people across Europe. In fact, the UK government can now legitimately detain you just for what you post online. The French government is also busy passing a slew of laws to facilitate this. And you'd be mistaken to think it stops at the borders of the United Kingdom or France. New regulations are being put in place, and if we sit on our hands and let these Western nations to be overthrown by their government, you will be the next one. It has no bearing on where you are. Regardless of where you are located in the world, the United States, Europe, Australia, or Canada. You won't be safe unless you start advocating for what you believe in and stand up for yourself. France has blocked the Russian embassy in France from meeting Sergei Girov, which is quite concerning because it implies he is not being granted his fundamental human rights. Russia has attempted to have Girov released from detention. Nothing is being done to help him, not even get legal counsel. They're hoping no one will object to their incarceration and isolation from society. In that case, no. I can't stand it. Now we can go into the details of why he was arrested. So, what exactly is the root cause? It is not enough to just say that his social media network includes pedophiles. As a matter of fact, some of the pedophiles on X and YouTube even have their own channels. On Facebook, you can find inappropriate people. There is a pedophile on every single social media platform on the planet. It is wholly baseless to accuse him of being involved with pedophiles because of his encrypted chat service. Would you, upon learning of the situation, take action against the developer who permitted pedophiles to utilize a public park? It can be defended to some extent. No matter how widespread social media becomes, there will always be child predators. Hence, it is unacceptable to imprison an individual who created a platform that anybody may freely use, just because certain evil actors could utilize it. Now that we've covered the fundamentals, let us talk about the real reason. More precisely, does this post actually highlight it? He claims he gave people back control by facilitating secure online communication and a decentralized social media platform where users may interact with one another without fear of censorship. The fundamental necessity of safeguarding users' privacy drives their principal motive, even though views on the utilization of such technologies may differ. To make sure people don't try to escape complete control over their life, any government that wants to keep an eye on its inhabitants should watch their every move. Hated that? I am very certain that they will hate that. They will, of course, want to micromanage every aspect of your life and see everything you do. And this is how they're going to get out of it. Then they locate each one by going through your entire correspondence. Ignore the fact that the CIA can see all of your conversations on Facebook, WhatsApp, iMessage, Instagram, and Snapchat just because you think they can't. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they do. Everything is available to them right now. The information was leaked to the public by Edward Snowden while he was serving his country in the FBI. I apologize, but when I said the FBI, I really meant the CIA. Please try to grasp this. Their assertion that they are ignorant of its existence is dishonest. For as long as we give them carte blanche, they will continue to deceive the people and misuse their position of power. The reality that our freedoms are being eroded is exemplified by the fact that we are being arrested right now. So, it's clear that dishonest crypto and bad governments are at odds right now. Getting in touch with everyone who could be affected by this message is more important than ever if you really want to be a part of history. It is imperative that we all do our share to win this battle. The dystopian nightmare I described earlier might come to pass if we all fail to contribute. There will be terrible repercussions if we allow these things to occur at this pivotal point in our history. So with that being said, if you agree with this message, if you want no one will be able to watch your every action in the future, you'll have complete independence to do what makes you happy, safeguard your personal information, and handle your own money. Your attention in seeing my web video is greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel and have just subscribed, I appreciate it. Later on, I shall see you.